Welcome back to part 3 of War Recap here against Lemonheads. This was win number 130. We're going to jump right into this here. We have Otari going 3 ranks up, taking on number 17, JCP. And as you see here, Otari definitely has an interesting troop combination set up here. Does have a couple healers as well as a couple witches. It does look like he probably has a max golem here in the CC, electing to do one golem at first with a bunch of wizards and most of his witches. Does drop that second golem there. It is a max golem there from the CC. Does have 2 healers as well. More than likely you're going to see him try to target the healers onto the queen. Not going to be a full-on queen walks. We do have a level 10 queen and only 2 healers. More than likely it was just brought in to preserve health just a little bit longer. And as you see here, majority of his spells now look like he's going to be placing on the outside of the space. Does have 2 heals and 1 rage still, so he can go ahead and get his troops into the core a little bit if he elects to. Does drop that heal spell down right there, so as you see, the majority of the spells are being dropped here on the edge. Rage spell now down as well, so he hasn't really gotten his troops into the core, but has still taken out a lot of the space, a lot of fringe defenses, so he's electing to use all the spells on the outside here, a couple of them grouped together. And now we see the healers he did try to target the queen with the healers. Unfortunately, those healers did go over to the witches. Still not a terrible move though, because you do like the witches to live on as long as possible in the battle. They do not have a lot of HP, but they can deliver a lot of damage when you have all those skellies going in. Queen doing excellent work. King is working his way towards the bottom of this base, taking out a lot of those structures in front. That way, his troops that can shoot over walls are taking out those defenses right there on the fringe. We are already at 72% 1 star. We do have the queen targeting that town hall. Town hall doesn't have a whole lot of health left, so that town hall is going to be going down at any moment now. Unfortunately, the king has already went down. We do have 1 healer. Because of the fact that did use that ability, the healer did try to go up to that golem over there. Unfortunately, that air defense was not down yet, so that 1 healer goes down over there. Do have a second healer though on some wizards, some witches, and also some archers, so trying to preserve those troops for as long as possible. Queen has now went down. We do have a witch over there. Luckily, she does have that healer on it, because that expo would have killed that witch long by now. But with that healer, was able to heal that witch long enough to where that witch, now 2 witches, are doing some nice damage there on that elixir storage and also on that expo. We're going to speed up the rest of this attack here. That expo does go down. Only a couple structures left. Now only 1 structure left on the core. It was that barrack. Nice attack there. Good job getting that 3 star. The next attack we're going to look at here was made by Wheat, going against their number 18. As you see here, we do have a Go Wee Wee with 8 witches and 12 wizards. We do have 2 golems. More than likely, you'll probably see a max golem there in the CC. There was a hole in the base, so he was able to draw out that CC despite it being a centralized CC, so that was a good call. Very nice attention to detail, noticing that hole in the base and able to get that hound out quickly. As you see here, he did elect to take the poison on the hound instead of saving it for the pups. That's definitely not a bad call. Still does have that second poison left that he could use either on skeletons or also on those pups if he elects to do so. We do have the troops now going into the core. We do have those golems going in. Still have that CC left to drop, so I'm interested to see if that's going to be maybe more witches to go and accompany his level 2 witches, or if that's going to be a max golem. As you see here, his troops are getting well into the core now. King underneath a heal spell, so he has done a nice job being able to get his troops into the core. We do have plenty of witches now being dropped here on the inside. He did drop that CC in that hole in the base. It looks like it was a max golem, so he was able to exploit that hole by dropping the max golem directly in there instead of waiting for it to walk into the base. So it was a nice little call there, nice touch. In the meantime, you do have all those witches doing excellent work around the outside, clearing out all those structures, while the majority of his core troops are really doing a great job inside this base. We do have still plenty of golems running around now under a rage spell, so they're able to deliver a lot of damage, as well as soaking up a lot of damage. In the meantime, Queen, a couple wizards, and a witch has now made their way into the rage spell, doing some excellent work. And instead of electing to take backdoor troops, he did elect to take the jump on the back door. It's not something you see often, but obviously it did work here. That way he's able to preserve troop space for troops taking out structures on the front side instead of on the back side. We're going to go and speed up the last part of this attack here. This was a nice attack here by Wheat. He was able to deliver 3 stars for the keep. We only have the 1 defense left. It is that cannon down there at the bottom. All the troops are over on that northeast corner, so they were away from that cannon. Did go over to there, take it out. Nice job here by Wheat, getting 3 stars for the keep. Next attack we're going to look at here is going to be a Town Hall 8 attack. We do have Wilf going against Mech, and this is a type of base that we see quite often here at Town Hall 8. You do have the ring that goes around the base since there is no jump that Town Hall 8s can use. We do have a core of air defense and also those mortars, so it does protect against air and ground. CC and Town Hall all in the inside there in that very center area. In the meantime, we do have a Drag Hog CC. I actually kind of like the CC since it's 2 different speed troops, but nevertheless, Wolf was able to get them all together in one little area, so he was able to drop that poison down on them to kind of reduce their health and also slow them up a little bit. In the meantime, the Hog goes down, that Drag is now down. He can now start to go the Golem and the Hog portion of this attack. Does have 1 Golem that has gone down, does have quite a few wall breakers going in. Those wall breakers underneath that rage spell were able to do excellent work getting into the core. Golem is in the core. We do have some witches on either side. Plenty of wizards running around, and that level 7 BK doing some nice work. Still has yet to drop the hogs in this attack and still was able to get a lot of structures in the meantime. Now the hogs are in. The hogs are doing nice work. Does have 2 heal spells. Heal spell number 1 was placed down there to be able to get the hogs over to those mortars as quickly as possible, and also those air defenses. Down goes that air defense and those 2 mortars over there. That second heal spell is going to be probably dropped close to that wizard tower. There it goes. That way wizard towers, they can definitely do a lot of damage to hogs, but he was able to avoid the wizard tower's punishment by going ahead and placing that heal spell on there in the perfect location. Only a couple defenses left now. No defenses left. We're down to straight nothing but cleanup. This was a great attack here by Wolf. Brought his Town Hall 8 into the clan here and did some excellent work, delivering 3 more stars here for the keep. The next attack we're going to look at here was made by Otari going against Town Hall 8 as well. It looks like Otari does have a similar troop combination set up as he did for his Town Hall 9 attack. The difference is he did elect to take another healer, does still have those 4 witches, a couple hogs probably to get the lure down since we do have a centralized CC. Did bring those hogs down to get the lure out. We do have that Town Hall 9 Dragloon CC, or Town Hall 8 Dragloon CC. That is a drag and then 1 loon. Did take that poison to go ahead and slow them up a little bit and kind of reduce their health. Did only get it on the drag, didn't quite get it on the loon. They weren't exactly grouped as close together. He didn't have that poison down right in the center of the 2, but nevertheless, you really worry about the drag a lot more than you worry about the loon. So that drag was able to get softened up a little bit. Does have some witches and wizards over there on that CC. Did elect to drop that heal down there, that way that CC wasn't able to wreck his troops anymore. Does have 2 of the 3 healers out already. Those healers are actually going for golems instead of the queen. Unfortunately, he wasn't able to get that queen targeted. Nevertheless, the queen is going to go ahead and walk around this base, taking out all of those fringe structures and defenses. In the meantime, those golems are really soaking up a lot of damage under a heal spell and also under 2 of the 3 healers. There come the witches. They are going to make their way into the battle as well as the king. So he does have his troops kind of split up. We do have some archers, wizards, and queen on one side, and we have golems, king, witches, and the healers on the other side. Did drop that 3rd healer in there now, so he does have 3 healers under a rage spell, keeping that king's health alive as long as possible. Unfortunately, that air defense is shooting at the healers did take him out, but the damage has already been done. As you see, that core is about halfway done. Queen still has a decent amount of health left. Did finally drop the CC. It does look like it was a max golem. That max golem was definitely very, very late into this battle, so it isn't going to make too much of a difference. There's not a whole lot of firepower for that golem to shield 4. 3 golems on a Town Hall 8 is definitely a little bit of overkill. As you see here, all the golems are pretty much still living, especially because those healers and that heal spell was directed at those golems. We're going to go and speed up the last part of this attack here. Only a couple defenses left, all there on the fringe. Golems are doing a great job taking out those defenses. Queen is making her way around the base, taking out all those outer structures. Last defense goes down. Queen is about taking down everything else. 100% 3-star. Nice job, Atari, delivering 3 more stars for the keep. The next attack we're going to look at is the second one here by Wilf, definitely making his presence known in this war. He is taking on number 21, and as you see here, Wilf does have a very similar troop setup as he had last time. Did take out the last Town Hall 8 with Hogs, going with Hogs on this attack as well. We do have that Town Hall 8 Drag Loon CC, that is 1 drag, 1 loon. He is able to get lured out now underneath the poison, so the drag gets slowed up a little bit. That drag is going to be no match for all those witches and wizards there. He handled that CC perfectly. Down goes the drag. That loon is about down now, and now we have the hog or the golem portion of this attack being started. Already ran over 1 bomb, so that's 1 less bomb that the hogs are going to have to worry about. Does have a rage to get his troops into the core as quickly as possible, take down walls, and now you see here a couple archers over there on the west side taking out those barracks. That is definitely a time saver. We do have all of his hogs now being dropped on that west side. They're going to make their way around this base. Does still have another heal spell. He did drop the 1 heal spell already, taking out structures over there on the west side of this base. He's probably going to use that second heal spell kind of around the Wizard Tower, CC, Town Hall area perhaps. His hogs did elect to go split themselves up a little bit. As you see, it was dropped on that Wizard Tower area, so definitely a nice call. King still has a little bit of health left, but he is taking some fire, so if he does last in this battle, he's not going to have too much health after that. But as you see here, all the defenses are now down. King does have a sliver of health, so as long as he doesn't run over any giant bombs, the King is going to be able to make his way through the rest of this battle. As you see, a lot of structures to clean up here. Golem just kind of hanging out on the north side. Did just run over bombs. That King did go along with a couple of hogs, but nevertheless the damage has been done. A great 3-star attack here by Wilf. Awesome war there for Junior Wilf with the 6 stars. The next attack we're going to look at here is DL. We got a mirror matchup with 22s, and we do have a drag attack that we get to look at. Always love watching those drag attacks. He's going to go ahead and do the Zap Quake on 1 air defense. Still has the rage that he's probably going to put right in front of those bottom 2 air defenses. All the drags being focused on that side of the base to be able to get those air defenses taken out as quickly as possible. And with that rage spell being over there, to be able to take out possibly that Dark Elixir storage and the King, it's definitely going to be a great place to drop it. As you see there, we did have another Quake just to kind of soften things up over there, and now that rage has been dropped under what looks to be several drags here, so those drags are really able to rip to those air defenses as quickly as possible. Air defenses have gone down. We do have loons kind of running around the space right here, taking out fringe structures, so those drags stay true in the center. As you see here, we still do have several drags left in this battle. We do have a bunch of loons still being left. Those max loons are really taking out those Town Hall 8 defenses very, very easily. King has now made his way into this battle, just kind of helping take out structures on the side. This looks like it's a foregone conclusion that it will be a 3-star attack. We do have that blower that is kind of blowing those loons around, so unfortunately those loons aren't going to be lasting too much longer. That blower is definitely a little wrinkle in the defenses now for Town Hall 8s, but nevertheless those drags are able to do excellent work getting to that blower right there. That blower is now about down. Those defenses are now down. We have nothing but a couple cleanup structures left. Great 3-star attack here by DL. Used that King ability pretty late, but he really didn't even need to use it. It was that nice of an attack. The next attack we're going to look at here is Khaleesi going against 23 Moza. And as you see here, Liz herself, she loves being in the air, even as a Town Hall 8 doing a nice drag attack here. She is going to use the Zap Quake as well, and does have a Rage and a Poison spell left to go ahead and use wherever she would like. In the meantime, she does have plenty of drags down there on the south side of the space. Did an excellent job funneling. She did elect to Zap Quake that top left air defense, since it is the higher of the two on the top. She did take out that one. She does have a CC still left, more than likely, because the fact she hasn't dropped it yet is more than likely going to be loons in the CC. Now that that air defense is hitting, perfect. She now has those loons being dropped underneath a rage. They're able to path to that air defense very, very quickly. Down goes that air defense. We only have a couple defenses left, only two more defenses left that are going to shoot air troops, and she still has plenty of drags roaming around the space. Now she has a couple loons underneath a rage spell to go ahead and get to that mortar as quickly as possible. That last defense that can shoot air is down about now, and as you see here, nothing but structures left. All the defenses are gone. We have cleanup action going on. King still has max health now underneath his ability, just kind of running into walls, just using that ability to use it. Great job by Liz, also known as Khaleesi, taking out a Town Hall 8 with her Town Hall 8 herself. This was a wonderful job. The next tech we're going to look at here is Dre, one of our older members. He has now come back to the keep as a Town Hall 8 and still wrecking things like he used to, doing that nice drag funnel that he has going on here. We do have a Zap Quake for the space as well. More than likely, that Zap Quake is going to be used on that air defense way off to the south. He's now focusing all of his drags on the north side of this attack. That was a perfect job funneling, because his drags are going to stay straight into this attack. They're not going to go anywhere else other than south. So this was a perfect funnel job right here. As you see, plenty of drags down or up there doing some excellent work. Did Zap Quake that south air defense, so we only have those two air defenses on either side. Still does have loons that he's able to introduce in this battle, and there they are, making a beeline there for that cannon. And now Tesla and air defense did elect to use the rage for the drags to be able to hurry up and get their way through that core to be able to get to those air defenses as quickly as possible. We do have one drag shooting at that air defense. Unfortunately, a drag did go down before the air defense did, but because of the fact he did such a nice job funneling, his drags are going to be able to make their way over to that air defense hopefully quickly before those drags lose any more health. And as you see here, we do have one drag over there able to just barely take out that air defense. That was a definite close call. Great attack here by Dre. We're going to go ahead and speed up the rest of this attack. A wonderful job. King still has pretty much max health running around. We only have one defense left, but that defense cannot shoot at any of his air troops, so those loons are able to get to that cannon pretty quickly. Wonderful attack. Great job 3-star in this base. Awesome job, Dre. And the last attack we're going to look at is once again taking on another Town Hall 8. This time it's going to be number 25. He is going to use that Zap Quake technique to be able to get to that air defense. One air defense down, still has a rage being saved for the drags. We do have a CC probably full of loons, so he's going to be able to use those loons late in this attack to be able to get them to the air defenses as quickly as possible. As you see here, he's focusing the drags on the north side of this attack. Awesome job funneling. He has gotten really, really good with funneling. The reason why you want to funnel is now those large group of drags are making their way into the core all at once, going to be able to place them all under a rage. He's probably going to be dropping that rage at any moment now. We do have a drag in the CC, so unfortunately a drag did wreck his king, but with the perfect placement of the funnel and also of that rage spell, you have plenty of drags not only taking out those air defenses, but as well as that CC drag. The loons have yet to be touched. There's still all 5 of them running around here being shielded by those drags, so they really haven't been able to do too much in this attack because it was such a nice attack. These loons have really gone untouched, and they really haven't gotten to do too much. Did just take out that whiz tower. Now focusing on that that archer tower. The archer tower is now down. And as you see here, we still have plenty of loons left. We do have plenty of drags left. They're doing some awesome work. We have nothing but cleanup left. That archer tower's down. That elixir storage is